Facebook continues to be one of the most effective and inexpensive ways to generate real estate leads. In today's video, I share with you how to create a custom conversion, how to run a conversion ad, and I'll even give you the ad copy to use. Let's begin. Hey, it's Jaime, founder of Echo Real Estate Advisors. If we're just meeting, welcome to the channel that brings actionable content to grow your business through online marketing. So if that sounds beneficial, consider subscribing. Facebook has changed drastically over the last couple of years, and the buttons that were once available to us, like likely to move, if you're a homeowner, if you're a renter, and demographics of that kind that made it simple to target our ideal customer are no longer there. So now we have to adapt.
I'm freaking out, man.
So I want to show you one of those ways, and that is by using conversion ads. What you're seeing on your screen right now is the Events Manager. You have all of the tools available to you, and where we're going to go before we hit the Ads Manager section is the Customs Conversion. When we go to the Customs Conversion tab, we are going to be asked to create a custom conversion. In order for you to run a conversions campaign, you have to have a conversion event. So that's what we're creating. We're going to go to the top right. We're going to create a custom conversion. And I have to pause here very quickly. I know we're very early on in the tutorial, but understand that everything that we're doing here starts with the Facebook pixel. So if you haven't created your Facebook pixel and implemented it into your website, then I'm going to have to ask you to pause this and go watch another video in this channel that teaches you exactly how to install your Facebook pixel. Without that, you won't be seeing what's in front of you right now. So pause the video, go ahead and install your Facebook pixel, come back and then get going. But that is super important, and I want to make sure that you understand that, as that's needed before getting to this screen. So let's continue and read real quick. Custom conversions allow you to measure unique activities and optimize your ads. Very important, optimize your ads for the events that matter most to your business, i.e. when you get leads or when you make a sale. That's basically what they're saying. Create a custom conversion by applying rules to existing events. Include events that meet the following criteria. So your pixel, depending on how many you have, should be highlighted here. And if it's not, go ahead and select the pixel that is appropriate for you in the website event that you're targeting. So you can select all URL traffic, but that's really not going to give you too much information. The URL traffic you can get through Google Analytics. You can get that through your own service provider. There's not much that you derive from that. So we want to segment our traffic a little bit more, and that's done by events. So when you click the drop down button, you're going to see a purchase. So if you're selling something online, e-commerce, then that's very important to you, where you optimize the purchases. You optimize the people that actually exchanged money with you, that gave you money, that ended up purchasing your product. Very much the same methodology on the lead portion. When you click lead, it's going to be the same as your purchase, but for the lead, if you're in real estate, that's super important because that means there's an opportunity of you getting paid. So without leads, you're not getting paid, and that's really what you're optimizing for, as nobody is giving you money right off the bat to buy or sell their house. And if they are, kudos. I don't know what you're doing. Let me know what's going on. All right, so we're going to include lead events that meet the following criteria. When you look at the URL, you're going to have three options, and that's going to be contains, doesn't contain, or equals. And it's effectively what this is saying is you're going to put a URL in this box that if the event that you want triggered or tracked here contains this URL, you count it. or very much the same way the opposite. If it doesn't contain, you track it. Or if it equals. Now, I'm going to advise against you using equals, because if you're using software like, let's say, ClickFunnels, Lead Pages, any IDX site that you can think of, the URL is unique to every lead, or most of the URLs are unique to every lead. So you don't want to pigeonhole yourself into it has to equal this in order for you to count it. Unless the URL that you're using is going to be static 100% of the time, and you're for sure it's going to be static 100% of the time, then go ahead and leave it there at equals. But I would advise against that unless you're for certain. All right, let's go find this URL. This is one of my landing pages. This is something that one of my future leads will see before they submit their information. So ideally, somebody comes in here and puts their name and puts their email, and they become a lead. This is something that you can optimize for. However, it's not the optimal way. I understand I'm using optimal a lot, but it's not the optimal way of doing it. If you're driving enough traffic and you're really trying to use the conversion campaign and conversion events as you should, you are not trying to optimize for people to get to your landing page. This doesn't get you paid or get you, well, I guess it will get you closer to getting paid, but there's a lot higher return in optimizing on the thank you page. So you're driving traffic from your Facebook ads or your website, wherever you're driving traffic from, and they're landing on your landing page, which we just saw. And that's cool, right? You're getting more eyes on your pages, on your brand, and what you're doing. However, it's not until the lead becomes a lead that they see this. So for you, optimizing over here doesn't do you all that much good. When they land here, that means that they exchange their information. So this is what you're trying to optimize for, and this is what we're going to highlight and include in our custom conversion. I hope it makes sense. I want to keep going. I'll be going a little bit faster here in a little bit, but it's important that you understand what we're doing here, why we're doing it, and really spending a few minutes here is very crucial and helpful for you, because if you don't understand this, when you're creating your ads, you're going to get confused and it's just not going to work. So right now what we've just done is we've copied and pasted a URL that we're trying to optimize. Again, custom conversions allow you to measure, which is fine, unique activities and optimize your ads. That's what the conversion is. That's where the value is in optimizing your conversion. Measure is fine, it's cool, but I can get that type of information from my Google Analytics. The optimization, that's not something I can get directly from Google Analytics. Anyway, so I think we're good at that point. I'm gonna put test. Let's just say lead. And then value, if you know your numbers. As an example, if you know that for every lead it's $5, $100, $1,000, however much you've quantified your leads to be, if you know your numbers, you can put them there. If you don't, you can go ahead and leave it blank. It is optional. You're going to create, and right from the create tab, you can start creating a conversion ad, because it's specifically geared for those types of ads. So we're going to take advantage of that, and we're going to create one. All right, this should look similar to you if you've run any type of campaigns in the past, but if you haven't run a Facebook ad campaign in, let's say, over a month, then this special ad category is going to be new to you. I've covered this in my very recent videos on the changes. If you're running credit, employment, or housing type of ads, you have to select one of the options. And when you select one of the options, some of your targeting has gone away. And most of the targeting has to do with your location, or the locations where you can advertise You have to select a radius of at least 15 miles. Another change will be that you can't use lookalike audiences. This is not the type of ad that we're running anyway, but just know that lookalike audiences are no longer on the table if you're doing housing. You can no longer select male or female. You can no longer select anything in the age bracket. And you can no longer, what else is no longer? Some of the interests and behaviors and demographics have gone away. So any familial events that you can think of, if somebody just got married, kids, demographic information like that and financial information like that has gone away. That is a special ad category in a nutshell. If you're looking for more information on the changes, I pretty much articulated about 90% of the changes, but if you're looking for a more in-depth explanation, there is another video in this channel that will really break it open and give you some additional information. So let's keep going. The type of ad that we're trying to run today is a conversions campaign. So we're going to go and click over here, and we're going to do conversion test. I think I called it test event. I may be wrong. And then the type of ad that we're going to run, I actually prepared an ad for us today, so we're going to use it. It is a price drop campaign. Conversion test. What did I just call it? We'll just keep going. Test event. Price drop. Okay, we're going to go and select our conversion event. Okay, I had to wait for the event to become active. And the way for the event to become active is the URL that you selected to track, it does need to fire at some point. So that URL that you selected, either open up a new tab, open up an incognito window, go to a different browser, and put that URL so it registers for the first time. It shouldn't take longer than a few minutes, but it is something that needs to happen. You can select an inactive conversion event, but it's not going to do you much good. So go ahead and wait for it to become active. It doesn't take long. Just go ahead and select it. Okay, now we go to the budget, which whatever your budget is, that's where you need to start. If you can start with $20 a day, that's fantastic. It's a great place to start in order to accelerate your learning. And when I say learning, I mean if your ad is producing results. So you can do $5 this day, $5 next day, $5 that day. But for me, the time is important. So I would much rather front load my budget in 1 day or 2 days and find out what's working from the beginning. So that is up to you, and we'll leave that as it is. With conversion ads, I don't suggest that you start adding some qualifiers. And qualifiers means adding some custom audiences or trying to get some additional detailed targeting established right off the bat. A conversion ad is designed to be a prospector for you. So letting Facebook go and try to optimize for the event that you gave, which again is on the lead section right over here when somebody becomes a lead for you, that is what you're trying to optimize for. So we're going to let Facebook do its thing. We're not going to add too many qualifiers outside of the location. So we're going to go to people who live in this location, and then we're going to go to Dallas, the city, and you're going to see that we start off with 15 miles. You can't get any less than that. So that is where you start. For our purposes, we're going to leave that run, and you can see based off of the budget, its projection and conversions. Don't put too much stock in the guesses over here. They're all different. Some of it has to do with your ad copy and various other things, especially on something so new. This event, Facebook is just giving you a guess because it doesn't have much data on what you have right now. So we're going to keep going. I do like editing my placements. Sometimes I'll let it go on recommended for our purposes. I'm going to stay on Facebook because the images, although it's going to be stock images, are going to be in Facebook dimensions, Facebook formats. So I am going to leave my newsfeed and my stories on Facebook. And we're going to keep cruising. One quick favor before continuing, please be sure to hit the like button so this video's reach is magnified and others benefit. I'm not going to worry too much about that triangle because there's two things that it's telling me. Since I waited for the event to register from inactive to active, I refreshed the ad page. So it's going to give me that because I hadn't finished the ad set yet. So I am comfortable with that. And also, it's most likely telling me that the URL is not filled in. So you may see that on your end, but just trust that that's what they're looking for. They're looking for a complete ad. Trust that this ad is a complete ad at the end of the day, but that's the reason that it's giving me a triangle sign, because I hadn't finished the ad when I was creating it. All right, we're going to do conversion, and then we're going to go test. I think I put test event last time, and it's actually test lead. So we're going to correct that here, and then we're going to put price drop. In case you're wondering kind of what I'm talking through here is, I like to label this in a particular order. So I like to call out the type of campaign that I have going on, and then I like to label the ad set that I have, and then I label the type of ad that I'm running. This helps me when I'm running reports and am only looking at the ads, and I get to see the type of campaign that was run, the type of ad set that I selected, and then the price, the type of ad that I'm running. All right, and for our purposes, I'm just going to do a free stock image. All right, now we get to the actual ad creation, and I already prepared one, so it's a price drop, which I suggest that you go ahead and run it because it's been working very well. So we're going to put price drop of $20,000 on city for sale. Incredible investment opportunity in the heart of blank and blank. Now, this was a particular situation. I was working with a property that was very, very investor friendly, and we did a price drop on it to gain some additional interest, and ultimately ended up going actually almost to what was being asked from the beginning. So it's a great ad to run, and you're going to find a good amount of investors with this particular ad. You're also going to find a good amount of buyers. Again, use it. It's a good one. Price drop will not last. And then the URL that you would put your actual URL here. And that's basically all there is. Make sure that your pixel is up and running. If you have your offline events set up, go ahead and set them up. If not, don't necessarily worry about that. That's a bit beyond what you're hoping, what you're trying to accomplish at this time. But for sure, you want the Facebook pixel up and running. And really, that's all there is to a conversion ad. You're going to let this run for a few days, depending on your budget and what you're looking to achieve. But your pixel is going to continue getting smarter. So pixel, first step in the entire equation. Go set up your pixel, create the event like we just did at the beginning of this video, because you actually need that event in order for you to run this type of campaign. And the last note on that is, make sure that that event is something that is giving you money or the opportunity of getting money. So it's either a purchase or the event after you've gotten the lead. So something that has already garnered you a lead. So don't try to optimize for your website, like the home page or your landing page. Optimize for when the event actually happened. Quick question for you. Which type of ads are you running right now? Are you using brand awareness ads, traffic ads, messenger ads, lead form ads, conversion ads, let me know in the comment section down below. And if you found value in this video, please be sure to hit the subscribe button so we can talk again soon.